Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you all like it, please like and subscribe, and hope you all enjoy it. Have a great rest of the day.
Hey y'all, hope you all are having a great day today. Just checking in here in Grant Sebastian area in Florida, just on the Intracoastal Waterway. I figured that today we're going to do a quick video today on a topic that we've already done, but just wanted to quickly revisit it since we have a great view here and all that stuff. This is actually one of the spoil islands, which I'll tell you a little bit more shortly, but figured that it would be a great opportunity to do so and all that sorts. But give me a second and I'll start in just a minute. Anyways, as you can see here, we are actually on the inside of one of the spoil islands here. I'm gonna kind of walk around the outside of it a little bit and stuff and kind of show you around a little bit though, but this is one of the spoil islands on the Intracoastal Waterway, otherwise known as the Indian River, here in Florida, in Brevard County area. We are just north of Vero Beach, and what's so cool is that these particular islands are man-made, as interesting as it sounds. And when they were dredging the certain parts of the Intracoastal Waterway, they were doing it for navigational channels in the area. So so of course they had to find a place to put the sand and all that stuff, hence creating islands. So before we get started and getting too far into the video, I just wanted to mention that there are several sources or quite a few sources and stuff for information and stuff. Oh, hey doggy, how are you? Hey doggies. Anyways, there's quite a few sources as far as information goes and all that sorts of where you can find it and stuff. As I mentioned in my last video that I made on the particular topic, I mentioned that I'm only using information that's consistent in every source that I find and use. So it really just boils down to, what's consistent and also local knowledge as well. Anyways, for those that don't know, the Intracoastal Waterway has always been around, but it isn't what you know of it as to be today. So there's always been changes in the source, and while it still is a natural waterway, it has been dredged, and of course there's been some areas that have been created in some sort of way, but it's still, as I mentioned, still a natural waterway for the most part. There's just been parts that have been dredged out to create channels and all that stuff and to connect certain areas, and in doing so it has created a more efficient movement throughout the whole Intracoastal Waterway. An example of a place that has actually been I guess, quote, edited or dredged is this particular area here in Grant Sebastian area and stuff, all that sorts. And the reason for that is because the water really wasn't that deep in this particular area, so you wouldn't really be able to bring any boats or ships through here or any of that stuff. So as I mentioned, these islands were man-made, and of course as they were dredging them, they were putting the sand in particular areas and all that stuff, and making spots like this, and created these islands. They're using the quote spoils of the dredging and put them in all these particular areas here and stuff. And this isn't the only spoil island. They have quite a few of them up and down to this particular area and stuff, so they have several. So it's obviously not the only one. And with that being said, they actually allow camping on these islands and stuff, which I find to be quite nice. They allow you to camp out and have little fireplaces or fire pits and stuff and all that stuff. You don't need a reservation. You don't need to call in or any of that stuff. You just show up. It's first come, first serve. So by all means, come on down and have some fun for a weekend or so. And I would highly suggest that you bring your fishing rod too. have a fishing permit as well, a fishing license as well. Don't want to get caught by the Fish and Wildlife, that one. But and that doesn't go without saying that these, you know, waterway, or that this waterway doesn't take advantage of lagoons and bays and all that stuff throughout, you know, throughout the intercoastal, as far as connecting them and all that stuff. So that's kind of one way that they were able to do it and pull it off. And something that I found interesting is that the Intracoastal Waterway has actually been used for, you know, to transport oil, chemicals, and piping and sorts, and of course, you know, a number of other things as well. So it's definitely helped that boost the economy in all kinds of ways. And another interesting fact is that the waterway goes about 3,000 miles up and down the coast, the east coast of the U.S. And just over there's actually this is like the whole thing. Let me walk over there right now and I'll show you. So across this waterway over yonder over there, you'll see a small little landmass over there. And just over that small thin landmass over there is the Atlantic Ocean. And of course, this waterway is, generally speaking, maintained by the federal government. And of course, I can't forget to mention that there's also inlets that go from the Intracoastal Waterway here to the Atlantic Ocean over there. So that's pretty nice. Get to be able to enjoy all kinds of things in the area. You have places like the Hillsborough Inlet, the Boca Raton Inlet. Of course, you have the Sebastian Inlet, which is right over there. So it's not too far off. And lastly, the waterway was actually used during World War II to avoid enemy subs that were just off the coast, of course, which was quite convenient. But anyways, not to cut you all short on any info, but I do have a more informative video on the topic of the Intracoastal Waterway that I posted a few months ago. And the link will be in the video description for those that are interested in seeing that particular video. But anyways, if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and hope you all have a great rest of the day.